Yo, the snails that I added for this little container right here did an amazing job. So good of a job that I actually had to take them out because algae was actually, there's no more algae for them to eat. I was afraid they were going to be hungry or something, so I had to take them out and put them into a new aquarium. And then when the algae starts building up in here again, I'm going to go ahead and add them back into this little tank. If this is your first time here, my name is Brian and I make all kinds of freshwater fish keeping videos. In this channel, I cover things like DIY projects related to the aquarium hobby, along with giving you guys updates on all of my fish. So if you like what you're checking out, stay tuned and hit that subscribe button, and I appreciate your support. So in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys an update on the Monte Carlo aquarium that's on top of my polypterous tank. So if you don't know about this project right here, my main goal for this project was to have a full carpet of Monte Carlo in this container. And water is being provided to this container by an air lift tube that comes from my polypterous tank. I'm hoping that all of the fish waste that's provided by the fish down low will be enough fertilizer to pretty much provide all the nutrients that this Monte Carlo needs. So the issue that I had with the Monte Carlo tank was my light was too strong and I was growing a lot of algae. Since then, I went ahead and added some nearite snails to this little tank, and it took care of all of the algae. Like, I didn't have to scrub anything. Let me go ahead and give you an update of what the tank looks like now. So this is what the tank looks like now. All of the algae is completely gone. It's literally spotless clean, which is nice. The nearite snails definitely did their job for this tank. And you'll notice that they're actually not in frame right now because I had to take them out. They literally ate all of the algae within 1 week, and my whole container is spotless. Spotless to the point where I was kind of afraid they didn't have enough food, so I went ahead and put them into another aquarium, which I'll introduce later on. But all in all, I still have my shrimp in here. My shrimp's doing his thing, eating off the algae that grows on the little plants and whatnot, and then the snails will be reintroduced when the algae builds up again. And the reason why the algae is building up is because I'm applying a huge light to this little container, and it's helping my Monte Carlo grow, so it's not too bad. All I gotta do is add my snails back when the algae builds up, and then take them out when all the algae is gone. But all in all, the snails did an awesome job. They really worked their wonders, and for being $2 to $3 each piece, it was definitely worth it. And hopefully over time, the Monte Carlo will cover the whole bottom of this tank. You might notice that I have a floating plant that's on the left side of the tank, and I'm actually trying this out for the polypterous. This is Anacris. This is a very fast growing plant, usually used in like ponds and cold water aquariums. I wanted to give this a shot because I wanted to see if it will grow in this little container being at 78 degrees. All in all, the Anacris is going to be great. One plant that I was going to introduce in here, which was duckweed, would have been very, very hard to work with. It might clog the little bulkhead that's on the left of this little container. And being that Anacris comes in little strands, it'll be a lot easier for me to control and manipulate them in this little container. Compared to duckweed, I'm just really afraid that it will clog the little bulkhead. Other than that, it's looking pretty good. So here it is. Here's my 10-gallon aquarium that I got from Petco. The reason why the 10-gallon aquarium is so special to me is because this is the type of setup that I had when I first started keeping fish. But this time I'm going to do it a little different. So the first thing I wanted to do to my 10-gallon aquarium is to wrap the aquarium. They usually come clear. There's no backgrounds or whatever. It's just 5 pieces of glass, silicone together, and it has a trim on it, which can be ugly depending on how you see it, but I honestly think it's a perfect tank. So we went ahead and wrapped the background of this aquarium like a off-white or a light gray type of color, and then we went ahead and wrapped the bottom of the tank black. The reason why I wrapped the bottom black is because I didn't really have too much aqua soil left. This is the excess that I used for my Monte Carlo tank. I just had extra in the bag, so I decided to just throw it into the tank for aesthetic reasons. And the reason why I wanted to wrap the back white or like an off-white is because I didn't really like seeing the wires back there, and I feel like it'll give off a more clean look. So after I went ahead and set that up, I went ahead and started cleaning it and found a location in the house that's perfect for this 10-gallon aquarium. So all of these plants and whatnot, the moss, I had these around the house. The moss I had in my goldfish tank. I think it's called subwasser tank or whatever. I don't know how I got it. It just came with a bunch of plants. It grew out in there, and I just had it ever since. Along with that, I had some Java fern laying around all the aquariums. Went ahead and collected a good amount of them and put them in this tank. I went ahead and grabbed the Anubias plant that I had in my Datanoid tank and put it in this tank as well. And the reason why I'm choosing these types of plants for this aquarium is because I wanted a really low-tech tank. So now I have the moss, the Anubias, the Java Fern, I went ahead and went to the store and added Anacris. The strand that you saw that was in the Monte Carlo tank in the beginning of this video, this was actually a piece of that Anacris. I went ahead and just put one strand into the Monte Carlo tank, and then the others I put into the goldfish tank, and then a little bit in this tank as well. And the reason why I did this is because I knew that Anacris was going to grow really quick anyways, and I wanted to see how it would look grown in this 10-gallon aquarium compared to just throwing a whole bunch in the tank. Along with the Anacris, I went ahead and picked up this little random plant. It was tied to a piece of wood at the local fish store. I know it's a bad idea to pick up plants without doing research on it, but it was only like $1.50. The guy didn't know what it was, so he went ahead and decided to sell it to me as moss and whatever. So went ahead and picked up this random plant. If you know what it is, drop it down in the comments below and let me know if this is a high-tech plant, if it's a low-tech plant. If I'm fine with it the way it is, I just have it zip tied to a piece of wood. All the plants in this aquarium should be low-tech, and everything should be good. And hopefully I'll have a jungle-looking aquarium in no time. Along with that, I went ahead and added 7 Ember Tetras into this tank. And the reason why I added the Ember Tetras is because I wanted to go for a nano type of fish. I didn't want to overstock it with neons and guppies and whatnot, because I know guppies will eventually breed and this tank will be full of guppies. I kind of wanted the full attention to be on the plants and not the fish itself. The Ember Tetras will complement the plants very nicely. It'll show a little bit of life in the tank, and it won't be too many fish to kind of get the viewer's distraction off the plants and onto the fish. So basically what I'm trying to say is I only wanted to add a little bit of fish into a tank that has a lot of plants. So that's it for today's video. I just wanted to give you guys an update on my planted tanks and my planted projects, specifically the progress of my Monte Carlo box, and introducing to you guys my new 10-gallon aquarium that's filled with low-tech plants. Stay tuned for the next video because I have big updates coming for the biker tank. Let me go ahead and give you guys a little sneak peek right here. Bow! You have to stay tuned for the next video, man. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. And peace, guys.